Still live on the pulse. Now, disruption is now a daily event. Brands are changing and challenging, creating new categories and subcategories. PhD Worldwide's 8th publication, Overthrow 2 to 10 Strategies from the New Wave of Challengers, spotlights the 10 challenger types and how they have achieved that. Bright Lajepo is CEO for PhD Media Ghana, and he joins us to talk about the challenger ideology and the maiden edition of the masterclass Accra, Science Meets Marketing. Bright, it's great to have you on the pulse.
Thank you for having me.
Who is a challenger?
So a challenger is somebody who has a mindset that something has got to change, something has got to move from what it is. So the status quo is no longer good enough, and they push towards making sure that that changes. It could be an idea, it could be a behavior within the marketing category or product category, or it could be the company they work for themselves. It could be an individual. So you challenge something. It may be bigger than you, it may be smaller than you, but you challenge a certain notion.
So when Steve Jobs, for instance, introduced the iPhone and it's changed the way people thought about cell phones, that was a challenger.
Yes, exactly. It was having a challenger mindset. And he thought that the consumer should have a better design phone with a better consumer experience. For example, the iPod. And the first time that people had phones with the strings going to their ear, he said when he saw people walking around with all the white dangling headphones or earphones at the time, he knew that he has done it. Because he envisioned that people would enjoy music mobile without having to sit in front of their radio or be by their radio, but can just walk around with their iPod and enjoy music. So he envisioned that, and he thought that should happen, and he made it happen.
It's amazing how today we've normalized it so much, but this was actually cutting-edge innovation. Innovation that was challenged.
Absolutely.
Wow. Tell us about the types of challenges that we have.
So we usually know about the David and Goliath type of challenger.
Yeah.
That's the typical textbook challenger mindset or challenger understanding. But through the work we've done and the case studies we've run through, we've seen 10 types of challenges. It runs from those that are missionary, those that are next generation, and those that are the feisty underdogs. And so
I like the sound of that,
yes,
feisty underdogs.
Feisty underdogs. And so the global example we have in the book is Under Armour. Under Armour, the brand, the US.
The US brand, yes.
So the whole motivation of the feisty underdog is to stick it to Goliath, being the David, and saying that, look, I'll pin it on you, even though you are big, I've got a smooth stone that can bring you down. And so they're always looking for ways to fight, and they know they're underdogs, and people respond to them because they like the underdog, and they want to be associated with the underdog, because they probably don't like the way the big player or the market leader is controlling and dominating and making things a little more expensive, for example, for them. And they also aspire to belong somewhere. So if they can find the challenger or the feisty underdog to associate with, they'll be cool with that.
So I was actually amazed that you mentioned this example, because I'm wondering how they got Stephen Curry to wear their sneakers when it's so regular that for NBA players, they would be wearing Nike. Yeah, but so that was an example.
That's a feisty attitude. That they go there to make sure they stick it to Nike. Super.
So for those who want to be Steve Jobs or who want to have shoe brands like Under Armour, they would need to attend the masterclass, right?
Absolutely. So the connection between the masterclass, which is Science Meets Marketing, is that the whole concept of challenger mindsets is also a science in itself, because you have to have analysis, we have to have a certain data underpinning what you want to do. And so the consumer understanding is underpinned by analytics and a bit of science that is applied to it. So all through it, even though we're focusing on hardcore science in marketing, the whole concept of the challenger brand brings that to life, and its application comes through.
So when is the masterclass taking place?
So it's a monthly series. This month is actually on Thursday, the 5th, and then we have a cruise on Saturday. on the Duty Princess.
Who are some of the speakers?
So I'm speaking, and then we have Uday Kant, who is speaking on artificial intelligence. He works for Bitchemy Technology. They are a global conglomerate out of India. We also have Maximus Ametogo, who is a digital expert in Ghana. He's speaking on digital disruptions. We have Mami Usuahin, who is actually into the space where they're doing new tech apps and stuff like that for monitoring media. And she's from the Xavier Group.
That's a very, very interesting. I'd love to hear, because monitoring media is what we do and how we are graded. But so it's this Thursday and Friday, 5th and 6th December.
Yes.
If I want to be a part of it, how do I contact you?
So you go to PhD Media Ghana on Facebook. You see the link there. You click and you can register. We have a narrow space, but there's still a few spaces to be grabbed. And it's a monthly series. So if you miss this one, look out for the next one in 2020.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much, Brad Lajepo, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Great, great. And he's the head of PhD Media.